Well, good morning, CLC, and welcome to today's daily devotion. We're starting a brand new book today, books, 1 Peter and 2 Peter. And if you've not done daily devotions every day, make sure for the next 8 days you tune in and study with us 1 and 2 Peter. It is the most amazing irony when it comes to what Peter was addressing to what we are addressing. See, this was written by Simon Peter, the guy who spent 3.5 years with Jesus. Jesus met him. He was a hothead. He had no control over his words and mouth, emotions. The guy went from kind of an absolute fisherman, cussing truck driver guy to on this rock I will build my church. Peter matured, he grew, he changed, he became a leader among leaders. But as he was doing ministry, he noticed that some believers in Asia Minor and all this province were becoming they were put under pressure by their government, their economy, and their health. It was an amazing moment where Peter wrote 1 and 2 Peter. He wrote 1 Peter to encourage the church, the believers who were under government tyranny. They were being persecuted, tortured, and killed. It was a book to believers that were enduring, get this, write this down if you can, political unrest, economic uncertainty, and physical threat. Sounds a whole lot like what we're walking through. When you read 1 and 2 Peter, you're going to see an eerie parallel between what they went through and the climate that we are walking through today. What does Peter say in 1 Peter? Simple. Be encouraged. And Peter's not saying be encouraged the way a travel agent approaches your vacation. Travel agents work like this. They send you to places they've never been before. They say this is going to, they have not seen it firsthand. Peter is not acting like a travel agent. He's acting like a guide. Peter had lived through political unrest, economic uncertainty, and physical threat. And he is saying with credibility, find your security in Jesus. The major theme of 1 Peter is suffering, hope, promise, and divine care by God one day in heaven. And Peter is saying from 1 Peter chapter 1, suffering is part of the journey. And the amazing thing to you and I is we need to understand and remember that the symbol of Christianity is what? People wear it around their neck. They wear it on their earrings. We have one in the auditorium now. The symbol of Christianity is the cross. We all want a crown. We don't want a cross. One day in heaven, the divine care. You will get a crown in heaven, but today in your life, you have to endure the cross. Before the crown is a cross. Jesus said, take up your cross. And the cross is what? It's a dying place. You die to self, you die to pride, arrogance, anger, you die to selfishness. Peter is saying that when you suffer at the hands of your political leaders, you suffer at the hands of your government, you suffer at the hands of economic uncertainty, you suffer at the hand of physical threat, you are dying. God is taking us through a process. And Peter said, be encouraged. Be encouraged. He also said, what you have, what God has given you, serve others, share, minister. How is the church going to get through August to December? By serving one another, caring for one another. Finally, Peter said, strive for holiness and humility. And Peter's audience, in 1 Peter 1:20, they refer to what they're going through like the last days. Church, this is thousands of years ago. They were thinking they're in the last days. What do you hear in church talk now? We're in the last days. We're going through political unrest, economic uncertainty, and physical threat. And here's the takeaways. Number 1, verse 13, gird your mind.